All right, so today I decided to go over basically what happens when a seller lead says, okay, let's do it. I'm on board. What's next? So there's a couple things that we do. So they've already gotten all the marketing, gotten the videos, gotten the CMA drop off, right? They're ready to go. So send them an email before I go meet with them. So I was going to go over that and everything that's in the email and how it got there. And then I have a listing package that I take with me. So I thought I would share that as well. Sound good? All right. So I'm going to share my screen. If you have any questions, just go ahead and put them in the chat. Selma's going to be watching it and let me know because I can't do two things at once. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with BombBomb. I use BombBomb for my videos and then I created this little template for my sellers or for my listing appointments so that they can kind of see, everything. I still have people popping in. Hold on. Okay. So basically, to create a template in BombBomb, you just go in and start creating a blank template. So I created these pictures in Canva. They already had all of this. I just added the words and then I added an arrow so that people know to press it to play. And then let's see here. So the first thing that is your home value report. So this is where I put, it's called Core Present. And this is through EXP and
through KV Core. It's awesome.
Yes, I know. I love this. I actually don't really use KV Core a lot because we have Follow Up Boss, but I love this part. And then we usually don't have a front photo, so I just go into Google Earth, type in the address, zoom in, and screenshot it, and that's what I use for the cover. That way they can see that, we know exactly what we're doing here, and this is their property. Anyway, so this is just an example of one. And then, so it takes them through this kind of interactive program that kind of shows them, where the comps are. I fill in as much as I can as far as comps go. So I pick a couple that I think that would be good. And then they can even click on it and see, what that property looks like. That's what I love. So you're not just sending them a list of homes. Here you go. This is what I think your home is worth. This is closest sold, most recent sold, goes all the way up to actives. And then you can put in your range, what you think their home would be worth. And then you can also add in Zillow, Redfin, Realtor, to see what they're coming in at. And then, so it's a pretty cool report. It tells you, pricing misconceptions and, where the market is right now, why pricing is important. And then this shows them how many featured buyers you have for their property. And here's some examples of, what's in your database. So I love this because it shows them that, hey, these are going to be the first emails that we send out as soon as you give us the green light. So, and I want them to be able to see all of this before I get there so that they can ask any questions that they want. So this is the marketing plan, property boost, social, a little bit about me, testimonials, and then, why I use an agent, and then the whole process and us versus iBuyer. And then they could say get started or they need more time. So that is the CMA that will go right there. So basically I click on it and I add that link to it. So I will go into, let me go back. So see Selling Sibley right here. Let's say I wanted to do a new one. So this is the template. I'm going to click here on this picture, and then this is where I'm going to put the URL of the new CMA. So the Core Present email or link is going to go right there. That way, when they click on it, they're going to go right to their home value report. So that is the first thing that goes in my email. And then closing cost breakdown is the next thing. We want to go back to preview so I can click on it. And those I just have in Dropbox. So I copy the Dropbox link, same thing. And then I connect it to this picture. So this basically shows them what they would net if they were to sell at this price. And I usually pick the middle price. So if you remember, I said anywhere from 900 to 1.1 for the closing cost breakdown. And it shows them everything that they will be paying. This right here, I build through the Lawyer's Title app, but I think almost all title companies have the same or similar. So this one right here in the middle where it says Lawyers One, that's the one I use. And I just go into the bottom part that says seller. And then, and then you put in the price. You put in your broker fee. I do 5%. And then if they have a loan balance, you'll put that right there. And then I usually do the close date at the end of the month, and then you just compute. So this will, and you want to make sure if you do this app that you put in all of your stuff. So I have like HOA fees right here. If there's no HOA, you want to take those out, stuff like that, capital contribution, because you're not sure what, if they will have that or not. But so that is what the sheet you see right there. But back here where it's like this, you can shake it and you can go, okay, I want to do this. We want to do 50,000. See, those are my ranges. So remember when I had in my CMA 900 to 1.1. So this will give them, okay, this is going to be their net at several different price points. So that is going to be the next sheet that I put in there called tiered commission. So basically I put this in there. And these are the breakdowns right here. This is at 5%. I reduce to 4% if I find my own buyer. If they find their own buyer that doesn't have a realtor, I represent both sides for 3%. And so this is also what goes in there. That way they can see, oh, okay, well, if I only get 900, this is what I'll net, at all these different price points. So that goes in there. So the actual email, these 3 things are the only things that I customize to go in there. Everything else is a template. So like the seller tips goes right to the seller seminar, which is my videos about selling. And then the drone videos. Oh, my drone videos aren't working. Okay, so I put in a 3D tour so that people can see, the 3D tours that we do. I'll have to see what's going on with the drone video link because.
Wendy, we're still stuck on the sales price net sheet.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Your phone.
Oh, because I'm in my phone. So sorry. Okay, are we back here?
Yeah.
At the email? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so the tiered commission, I don't know if you were able to see that. Did you see that?
No.
Okay, so yeah, this is the breakdown of what you saw when I shook the phone. So you can do that. And I do that at 5%, I do that at 4%, and I do that at 3%. And then I put it in this form that I created. And it shows them, the 5% at several different price points and 4%, several different price points, 3%. So that they know, because they're already asking, like, what do you charge? So I want them to see all of this before I even get there. And usually they are 100% on board with it. So anyway, so those these three things right here are the only things that I customize. Like I was saying, everything else is already in this email. So I did seller tips, directing them right to my website with all the videos. And then I don't know what happened to
I missed the first couple of minutes, Wendy. Are these just links in little icons that you've got on your email?
Yeah, so this email is through BombBomb, and I created this template to send out to people that say, okay, I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Got
You
it.
know, what's next? So I booked the listing appointment, but then I send this out to them so that they can see all of this before I even get there. That way they know, that way they can build their list of questions.
This is like your pre-listing packet.
Yeah, it's like a pre-listing packet. So I'm gonna go here though, because I don't know why it didn't.
Wendy, do you send anything through the mail, or it's just all by email?
Yeah, it's just
Hi there. Not
Sorry.
sure you want to sell your.
Yeah, it's just email. We already did a CMA drop off, for most of these
Okay.
people. Yeah, so this is like
Okay.
after we marketed to them, after they, asked a bunch of questions. This is after I found out if they owe anything on the home, this is them saying, okay, let's go, let's do it. So this is what I'm sending out to them before I go to my listing. So anyway, so the link to my drone videos is supposed to be right there, but it doesn't seem to be working. So I'll have to fix that. Glad we're doing this. And then this is the link to our 3D tours to show them, that we do the 3D tours. This is just an example of one. And then, yeah, that way they can click around and see, what we do. And the cool thing is like, they already know what they need their house to look like too, because they see, what we're doing here. We have a link to all of our professional photography. This is all of our virtual tours. That way you can see that. Is someone have a dog barking?
I'm so sorry, Wendy.
It's okay.
I thought it was muted. I'm so sorry.
And then I have a link to the cash offers program. So that is everything that I put in the email before we meet. And then, so does anybody have any questions about that?
Could you just show the template you've got in BombBomb?
Yeah, this is the template. So this is what I built, but it's not a regular template. So basically, like I was saying, I made these pictures in Canva. So these were already made like this. I just added your home value report and then an arrow because I wanted people to know to click on it.
Got it.
And I used to do one through Follow Up Boss, and it had a whole bunch of links. Like, here's a link to this, and here's a link to this, and here's a link to this, and it didn't look really pretty.
Mhm.
So I decided to, create a template inside BombBomb, and BombBomb actually will do a template for you. So if you say, I want this, and I want to be able to put all of this in there, can you do it for me? They'll build it for you. So obviously for a fee, but yeah, if you go to, let's see here. Yeah, so you can do a quick send through there or advance and design a new email template right here. So if you go into new email and you do that, and then you'll want to save the template so basically when I go here and I have another listing appointment, I just go, I click this arrow, hold on. See how you can do save as template right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you go in to do a new email, you'll just apply the template and then do a new one. You don't want to go over it, because if you go over it, the other person that has a link to that, which that was a bad learning experience, because like I did it and I sent it out, but then the next one I did, I just did it over it. But I guess the link stays the same.
Uh-huh.
So that person that went back to try to look at my email, it was a totally different address.
Right.
So you definitely want to do a new one for each one. So
Yeah. Cool.
anyway, but yeah, so I take that, or I send that to them. And then when I go here, let's do stop share for a minute. So when I go to their house, it's just like in this hard cover
Uh-huh.
that has like a card in it. It has 2 pockets, and you can order them on Amazon, but it makes it nice. That way you can have a see-through front. I like that. And basically it's just a little bit of marketing saying you hit the jackpot when you pick us, because we are in Vegas. So,
Yeah.
and then the first page is just a little bit about me and my team and all my agents. And then the second page, I pull it from the KV Core Present. And this is what I just showed you on the CMA.
Yeah.
So there's a 1-pager that you can print out. And then I also print another net sheet because I want them to, I want to go over it with them.
Focuses, yeah.
And then I also print out this tiered commission structure. And then I pull this from the CMA. Remember the one that says how many people you have, blah, blah, blah. Because that's a huge one. When you say that, 5 million people are engaging with my company online, and we have 367 people in our database that match, that are looking for a home just like yours, they just like, oh, because obviously if you find your own buyer, they save more money. So,
Right.
and then this is just showing everybody like how many people we've helped buy and sell in Las Vegas. And then I have a little bit of Las Vegas marketing. If you play your cards right, your home will end up on thousands of websites. And you can do your marketing thing however you
Whatever,
want.
yeah.
Yeah. I just say this is everywhere your home will be, and that we're Zillow preferred realtors. So that gives them extra exposure on their listing. And then a sheet showing professional photos, 3D tours, and drone videos. And then we have text writers. So you can bet that every buyer wants to see a virtual tour. So I just did like a little photo of the writer. And the writers we get through list reports, which we also have. I tell them all of our homes have their own personal website, and it's based on their address, and it gives them information on schools and outdoor recreation and all that good stuff. And then we go through rolling the dice when pricing your property options, and then a home staging checklist, and then a seller checklist from start to finish. And then why gamble on your asset when choosing the wrong realtor to sell your home, what we offer versus other agents. And then the express offers flyer. That's just, being able to offer them cash offers. Although I'm always going to try to talk them into listing it on the market because we can get more money for it.
Sure.
So that is what we do from when they say, let's go. So I go in there, I bring this in there. They already seen most of it. There's a couple new pieces. And then I just ask them, to give me a tour of the home. And then we sit down, talk about it. And when you tell them that, these are all the people that I'm going to shoot an email out to as soon as you give me the green light, they'll be like, oh, wait, but we're not ready. Well, that's okay, because we can do a coming soon, and then that way you can get a couple little photos for coming soon and let them know that, we like to do this to generate interest, blah, blah, blah. And then schedule pictures and video then, like in a week or two when they're ready.
Do you tour the home first or you go over the paperwork first?
Tour the home first. So when I go in there, we don't hop right to the numbers. I just say, oh my gosh, I love your home. Give me a quick tour. And yeah, they love talking about it and showing you everything. So that's a good way to start. And then you can kind of get a good idea of what pricing strategy you should go for. Sometimes you're way off.
Yeah. Been there.
But, yeah. Sometimes you're like, okay, I'll need 4 hours before the photographer gets here.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, bring my shovel.
Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, this isn't anything like what I thought it was going to be like. So
I know,
need to totally reprice now.
Well, and sellers, when you ask them about their upgrades, like they don't, unless they really, did a lot. Because if they really did a lot, they'll go all through it. But if they say, oh, we have solar, you're like, oh, okay, what does your kitchen look like? But they're like, yeah, we upgraded. We got solar. And it's,
we got a new
appealing
roof.
on our
We
property
upgraded. We
for
got a new
20
roof.
years. But yeah, so definitely tour and then just go over everything. And if it all sounds good, which it usually does, if they're ready, then yeah, you just move on to the next appointment, which is pictures and video. So
2 questions, Wendy.
Yeah.
On the presentation, the KV Corp Real Scout presentation, is how they allow you to put in MLS numbers if you want to add MLS numbers?
yes.
But they don't have a provision for you to add in a listing manually that might not have an MLS number, taxes or from an MLS.
Can we get a copy of the recording? A little complicated?
What was that?
Yes, please.
Adrian? Or was that not Adrian? Sorry, John.
Or is the only way to put in a manual listing the same way as you put in a
It wasn't-
value
no, this is
for Zillow or
Adrian.
something like
Yeah.
that?
Okay, here, let me mute. I'll mute her. So you're saying an off-market listing?
Well, so an off-market listing in my area, there's some MLSs that the KV Core presentation doesn't pick up the MLS numbers right. So the only way to get them in is to put them in manually, but I haven't found a way to do that on that manually.
Okay, the only thing I'm thinking here, hold on. Let me go to there.
So the only thing I could think of was to put it in the same way you'd put in a Zillow amount or something like that.
Yeah, you could do that, but there is a spot where you can go here. Let's see. Marketing, core present. Let's just go update. No, we don't want to update. We want to go to, how do I get back? Well, we would want to update, right?
Yeah, I think you'd have to do it in the update part.
I know, but it won't let me, because this is missing the, oh wait, manual. Okay, that's your MLS, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but if you go to next build CMA, there's a spot over here, outliers.
Well, that picks up MLS listings that are outside the parameters.
Criteria?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's weird why it's not picking up your MLS listings properly.
Well, the MLS, it's the LA area. There's too many cooks spoil the broth. We've got about 6 MLSs, and some of them duplicate others of them. It's pretty messy.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But in LA, you have 6 MLSs?
Yeah, there's a outfit called CRMLS. There's one called ChrisNet. There's one called the MLS.
wow.
It's pretty, and of course, all the MLSs want to stay in business, so they're competing with one another, much like.
So
brokerages.
have you talked to anybody in KV Core to see if they can utilize all MLSs?
Yeah, but so I don't want to take up too much of the time, but so when they do that, then you get duplication. So MLS 1 has got listings from brokerage A, and then MLS 2 has listings from brokerage A.
Right. Well, you can go in here though. You can go into review results and trash the ones that are duplicated.
Right, but because of the confusion around MLS numbers, some of them get kicked out by the system. So the only really simple way to fix it is to just manually enter them.
Yeah, so you could just do like we did the Zillow and the Trulia and Realtor.com or whatever, and just label it, with an address. And yeah, you could just do that.
Yeah.
Right here, if nobody knows what we're talking about. So estimates. Yeah, you can type in like 123 Main Street.
But I think everybody runs into situations where it's an off-market sale and you're just getting information from the tax system.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so that would be good though. It'll be down here.
Down here below the
there.
bar. The other question I had is on BombBomb, in the video manager, they've got, videos, column 1 through 10. Is there a way to add a completely different video, or do you have to stay within the menu that they've got?
Okay, where are you talking about?
So in HomeBot, I mean. I'm sorry.
HomeBot. Okay, because I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's get there. Let's see. HomeBot. Okay, where are you talking about in the videos?
Yeah, when you're customizing, you go to the video manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that list, you can only update menu items in that list, right? You can't add an entirely new one.
Yeah, I have not figured out how to add a new one. I just been putting them in there.
And how do you preview them? I haven't been able to figure out a way to preview it. Do you have to just create a dummy client, or?
What do you mean? Oh, how you want to look at it as a client?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I have my husband set up on our properties.
Okay.
So I go into his so I could see, what the client sees, because you really can't from here.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. And you always want to do that, even street checks. Like I'll go into one of my ads and I'll add myself and put my address in because I want to see the drips coming in.
Yeah.
So definitely.
Otherwise, it can get very embarrassing later on.
Right.
When 100 people see the same wrong thing, not good.
Yeah, I know. I sent the wrong QR code out on like 500 postcards. Thank goodness it wasn't going to anything terrible, but I did get a couple comments.
We call that a whoops, huh?
Yep. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure they wanted to see that too. I know. Anyway, does anybody else have any questions about anything today?
Wendy, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You know that how you have your character as an avatar or a cartoon?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get that done? I love it.
Yeah, so
I got one on Upwork.
Yeah, it was a lady that did it, and it was like, I don't know, $30. Like,
Yeah.
She did a great job too. Like, if you zoom in, my belt buckle even says Jeep on it.
I love it. It's just so like fun, and it's you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Completely you.
Definitely. I was like, make me look skinny with big boobs. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted my cartoon to look like.
That is so cool. Oh.
Let's see here. I'll find this link. I think it's in our Facebook.
Yeah, Wendy, couple of people asked about where the recording is gonna be. I sent out the link on the chat.
Okay, great. Yeah, so this right here is our group. It's Tech Tuesday with Wendy, and then we're going to be putting all the recordings in here, and then all you'll have to do is click on Tech Tuesday recordings, and they're right there.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so we have to join the group.
Yeah, so if you join the group, I'll just let you right in. I had it public, and I realized all my clients and friends could see everything in this group. So I had to switch it to public. I'm like, oh, wait, I don't think I want them knowing our techie secret,
Exactly.
how they're actually seeing us in the sideline of their Facebook all the time.
Like going
Awesome.
backstage with the magician.
Right? Yeah, we can't let them know that. Okay, so I'm going to write this down because I don't know where I'm going with it. The cartoon, I'll post that in our group. Cartoon.
So
link.
Wendy, is there a way of doing one of these sessions where we concentrate on Facebook?
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be so
what do you
great.
what do you want to learn about Facebook?
You know, you're like the queen of Facebook. Where do you go to load your clients or your potential clients? How do you invite them? You know, I'm a techie, but when it comes to Facebook, I'm a moron.
Ah. Okay. So just the
so it would be-
basics.
It would be great to have like the basics in and around, you know. I see everybody talk about Facebook and street text, and, you know, I invited all these people to join this and that, and I'm like, where did you go? I'm a little bit lost there.
Okay, yeah, no problem. We can go over that Facebook basics, SOI, because that's kind of important. And then, like, did you want to create an event and invite people to it or anything like that?
Yeah, you know, I don't even know how to do that. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so SOI events.
Like I'm trying to do like on my farm, I'm trying to create a Facebook page.
Mhm.
And I already got a few people that said, once you do, I'll chime in, you know, to talk about the eating areas, et cetera, you know, start, you know, having a little more activity. I do post, I do have a a page where I post, where I do my ads. I have a personal page. I have somebody posting for me, et cetera, but I want it sort of like tied into, you know, the street text and everything else that we're doing. You know, you have a perfect, you know how to farm it. I have no idea.
Well, I created this Home in Henderson group, and it takes time. It takes a lot of time. It's not like something super easy. You know, and I'm trying not to be too boring, but I wanted to create Home in Henderson, a place for events in Henderson and small businesses to post. And like, people are actually posting about their businesses now, you know, and it's so cool, but it took a really long time to get people to do that, you know, and I just keep encouraging people. I was like, okay, you know, times are tough. We want to get you more business. So, you know, make sure that you're posting about what you got going on. And then I'll go into events in Facebook in Henderson. And then I'll share those events, like here, Tiki Thursdays, that's in Henderson. So I'm going to share it to my Home in Henderson page.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Let's prep for emergencies. This is a gun store that just opened up over here. So they had an event there. There's some, you know, my son teaches yoga at a bakery. There's a loft above. kind of
Right.
hard. It's kind of hard because it smells so good. So when you're doing your breathing, you're smelling cinnamon rolls.
Oh my God.
I
So,
know.
I see this like as two separate things. So to me, the most important, the Facebook basics in and around, what we do in street text, etc. How to identify people, how to invite them, all these basic things to really take advantage of the traffic that we're generating and be able
Right.
to continue, because I follow up with them and I pull them into my CRM, et cetera, but I see everybody talk about Facebook and I feel like a Neanderthal. So if we could do a session regarding that, and then the Facebook group page, like this neighborhood page that you did, I see that as something separate, basically tending to your farm. And I know I have to do that, but I feel that prioritizing the other aspect is more important to me at this time.
Right, which I get, but in order for people to see you, actively helping your community, that's a really important thing to do. It's not about just your business, it's about their business. Once you start doing that, like you're saying, I don't know who to invite. I wake up and I have to review all these people that want to join. You know what I mean? So you're not chasing them. They're wanting to be a part of your group.
Right.
But
So just to give you an idea of what I did, I joined an expat group. Okay. So they're all foreign women. And so when I joined the group, there were soup groups. And I am like frustrated. I must have been a chef in another life, or I will be one in the next life. So I love food. So I said, well, I didn't see a food group. So I said, okay, I'll create the foodies group. And I'm telling you, I got 150 people sign up like in a week. Of that expat group, they went like, oh, there is a food group, and then people started contributing. So that's where I got the idea. I met with some of these women and I said, I'm going to be creating, you live in Arlington, I live in Arlington, I'm going to be creating a Facebook group and I'm going to invite you, but I would like other people also to join, and we'll talk about food and we'll talk about activities and the pools and all that around the area. So it's just a question of that. I have to wrap my head around it and to create it. But I'm more interested, or maybe I'm wrong, but I'm more interested in how do you go about, when you put up an ad in street text, where do you go to see who's watching it? All these little basic things. It's like, that's what I need.
okay, and you don't actually see that in Facebook, you see that in street text.
Exactly.
So, right. So and
For your ads, you can see in Facebook.
oh yeah, sorry. I was thinking emails.
Yeah,
Like
no, I got
emails,
what that was my first thought.
Yeah, okay. But yes, you can see who's watching your stuff. If you're running, are you running ads through street text?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
doing the downsizing act and the what's
Okay.
your home really worth. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely see that. So we'll go over that too.
That would be great. Yeah.
Hey, Wendy, we have a question. Is there a way to increase your SEO with Facebook through your picks
Through my picks.
or what you say?
Who's saying that? Can you elaborate?
Jackie?
So
Jackie?
I've heard that you can my internet connection's not very good. That's why I typed it in the chat. I've heard that you can do different things on your business Facebook page to increase your SEO. And I was wondering if you knew anything about that.
I do not.
Kind of like with your website, like
Any-
doing keywords and things like that to increase your SEO. It would be, but with your Facebook page.
Right. No, I mean, does anybody else know how to do that? Because all I know is that if you run ads through your Facebook business page, that's going to get you the most, views for your business page. And then you can do little things like people that like all of your ads, go in there, invite all of them to your page. You know what I mean? Make sure that you're looking at that because there's a lot of stuff there. You know, if you're liking it, you need them to like your page too so that they'll see your next post, you know, or your next ad.
Does boosting help?
I have been told that boosting is not like boosting a post
Yeah.
is not beneficial.
Yeah, I've
Even
heard
for
that too.
SEO. I've heard it for leads. I just wasn't sure if it would get any more activity.
You only get reach. You really don't get any participation
Conversion,
of
engagement. Yeah.
not at all. And you don't get engagement. They just tell you, you know, you spend $20 and you reach 1,000 people. So what?
Yeah. I still think that would increase SEO overall, but yeah.
Yeah, it might increase like your brand awareness.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
reach is not nothing, but it's not necessarily where you want to put all your money.
What ads are you running, Jackie?
Sorry.
What kind of ads are you running?
I'm doing street text, the home value ad, the downsizing, and then I just started my retargeting yesterday. Yay!
Yay!
I feel like a big kid now, you know, kind of like you're moving along. So I do that, and then through KV Core. So I am not with EXP, but my brokerage is nationwide and it offers EXP. I mean, it's a KV Core, sorry. So through KV Core, I do property boost on my listings, and I really like that.
Yeah, does it bring a lot of interest to your properties?
It does, and it's pretty inexpensive. I mean, I think it's like 14 days. It's like maybe, I don't know, maybe $30 or $20 or something like that. It's just not very expensive. But I feel like for the amount of interest, the amount of views, especially for your seller to see that interaction is very valuable.
Do any of you have HomeSnap Pro?
I had HomeSnap Pro and I used it for a couple of years and I felt like it was a waste of money. So I stopped doing it, and now because I did it because, sorry, my internet keeps going out. Let me know if you can't hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay, so I stopped using it and asked for them to give me back my Google My Business page. I know they don't call it that anymore, but that's why I started using HomeSnap, is to start that Google page. And I found that doing it myself and just posting every Tuesday and Thursday, if anybody knows of any pre-posting, like where you can schedule posts on there, that would be fabulous. But just by posting, I have grown far more. And I do Google LSA through that also.
I do Google, but I did HomeSnap, but I never let them run my page because I do Google Ads, and the Google Ads are set up by my CRM, my website, which is Sierra Interactive. They do that for me for free, so I don't even have to think about ads, and their targeting is very good. But therefore I always say no to Google my page when I do HomeSnap. But they have improved significantly. I have been surprised of getting leads calling me on the listings that I have, which you didn't get like a year or two ago, and now they are engaging, which is that's why I was putting it out there if anybody was using it.
Yeah, that's why I stopped using it, because you pay to do an ad on HomeSnap and like nobody was engaging with it. And I thought, gosh, this is a waste of money. So and it has been probably I would say probably 3 years since I used it.
Well, it's improved. It's improved, I gotta tell you. So anyway, okay. Wendy, this has been great. I wish I wasn't in my
one
car.
more question.
Okay.
The pricing, your varying pricing from your listing presentation about your pricing commission based on home price point. You can go over that again.
Okay, yeah. Here, let me pull up share screen. My whole internet just stopped for a minute. so
So Wendy, while you're
I'm
getting,
like, I hope I did.
Wendy, while you're getting there, I have a question regarding exactly that. So it's related. Do you ever run into the problem of, your net sheet has to include taxes, has to include HOA fees, it has to include water bills, at least in my territory. So I stopped doing net sheets because of the variances. When taxes are $12,000 and it's the month of July and you haven't paid your bill and you're the seller, at the end of the day, that would appear on your net sheet. But a lot of net sheets.
That would be why it's called an estimated net sheet.
Right. Yeah, I sort of stayed away because
It's
of
called
the
an estimated
discrepancy.
net sheet, and I go over that with them too. Yeah,
Okay.
I go over that with them too, and I'm like, just an estimate. You know what I mean? We're not the
Yeah.
title company. We're not pulling. You know what I mean? Even HOA stuff, the HOA resale package and demand that we have to get, or the capital contributions, we don't know how much it is. We're estimating it.
Okay.
So but usually when we look at the estimated closing statement from the title company, we are very, very close.
Okay.
So that's good. The only way we're off is if there's even more HOA stuff, because sometimes we have HOA, we have a master HOA, Sid and Lid. And so sometimes there's a lot of charges that because that's how they make their money. Okay, sorry. So back to it real quick. I'm not sure what the question is, but this is what it looks like. I had to hop on my phone's Wi-Fi because my internet went out. So this is kind of taking a long time. Sorry.
My question was, hi Wendy. The question was about the price point because I'm on my phone. I couldn't really see it. You charge
Excuse me.
different commission based on you charge different
So
commission
basically
based on
we
the
do
price
2.5. We do no. These are kids. We don't know if we're gonna get multiple offers and go higher. We don't know if we're gonna get lower. So that's why I do like a tiered to give them a range of commissions. This is on 5% commission. So if we put it on the market, the buyer's agent brings the buyer. It's 2.5. So this would be, and we would have the net sheet showing you everything that they're charging. So this what they're in their pocket, everything is paid at several different price points. So this is if another agent brings buyer. This is if I find my own buyer, and this is if they have a buyer, like their friend, family, someone from work, whatever, that doesn't have a real.
I lost you.
Oh, we lost Wendy.
Yeah. Wendy's gone to the casino, I think. Oh.
It's a bad internet day, I think.
Yeah, overall, yeah.
Bad internet day.
Mm-hmm. I already sent you to the casino, Wendy.
No, I'm like someone or Jackie was saying she had bad internet and then mine's turning off. So anyway, sorry, maybe we all have Cox internet. They're terrible these
I have
days.
Suddenlink. Stay
But
away from
did I answer
Suddenlink.
the question?
I've got to go. Thanks
Did I
a lot,
answer-
Wendy.
All right, thank you. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, you answered the question. I could see it. I blew it up on my phone and I could see the difference. So if you find the buyer, aren't you always going to find the buyer? Oh, you mean if you're the buyer's agent? That's with the 4%?
Yeah, so if I find my own buyer, which I do a lot with our marketing, and we reduce it to 4% to represent both sides.
That's
I
that's
see.
illegal in
Buyer's
my
agent
market.
brings the buyer. It's
Um,
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, in my market, that's illegal. We don't do, we can't do both sides of the transaction. We can only do one. So we always stay at 6, 3 and 3.
Oh, yeah.
And my other question that was in the chat was, you had a list of what you do differently than other agents. What or some of the main points on that sheet? What are that you do differently?
Yeah, so we have a team approach, and some agents are just solo. We use professional photography. Some agents just point and shoot, and they don't even use their camera the right way. It's like, at least turn your phone sideways. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. It's true. It's true.
Direct mail campaigns. Some agents don't do any mailers. We have a mobile response website. Sometimes other agents don't even have a website. Specialized property websites. Some people don't have that for their properties. And we do social media advertising the correct way. Some people don't even know how to do that, or they don't have no social media presence. We do 3D showcases, drone videos. Sometimes agents just throw a couple pictures on the MLS and expect it to sell. Not these days. And then we have virtual tours with text code. Other agents don't have that.
Tell me something, Wendy. What do you call text codes? Like virtual tours with text codes. What does that mean?
Yeah, so the text writers, you text the code, sends them the virtual tour.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I do that. Yeah.
We're a Zillow preferred realtor. Some people aren't. And we have a huge sphere of influence. Some people have no sphere of influence. So, and then we're all about making you money. And some agents are all about making them money. We have 5-star reviews from clients. Some agents have no reviews. So those are the differences that I put in there. And I did that a long time ago when we got 1% listing agents, because we have a lot of those in Vegas, and sometimes, and I wanted to just be like, look, this is $650,000 and they have one front photo. That's it.
Okay.
You get what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thank you, Wendy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
No problem. Good luck. Go get some listings.
Yeah. Thank you, Wendy.
You're welcome. And Lonnie. Oh, she hopped off. Shoot. Okay. Hi, Joanna. Nice of you.
Hi.
Finally.
I know. Sorry. I actually got done earlier than I thought. So